Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd at 5 p.m. So, you may have heard this already, but I'm still amazed. Last week, Fox News reported that a Florida lab reporting debacle. Typical Florida. Okay, so the Florida Department of Health said some labs have not been reporting any negative test results for COVID-19 to the state. They're only reporting the positives. So that means that many labs, and these are usually the smaller labs, are reporting 100% positivity rate for their COVID-19. Well, if you think that's going to affect the overall positivity rate, you are correct. So other labs actually had very high positivity rates, not quite 100%, but many of them over 95%, others in the high 80s, and that's just absurd. I mean, we understand that the positives are the ones that they're contact tracing, but the problem with this is we are looking at the percent positivity to determine the severity of the spread of this virus. Okay, so yes, we know numbers are increasing in Florida and many other states, but if the percent positivity is 11 to 12%, that's bad enough, but not 25% that they're currently reporting. Okay, so it's a good thing that they found this out because it will affect the overall numbers. Now, Orlando Health originally reported a 98% positivity rate, but when they added in the negative cases, their percentage dropped to 9.4%. Orlando Veterans Medical Center originally reported 76% positivity, and when the negatives were added in, that number dropped to 6%. Okay, that is a big difference. Now, when Fox News questioned the Florida Department of Health, they immediately began working on the error to ensure that labs were reporting positives, negatives, and totals tested. Now, we understand the positives are the ones that, again, will require contact tracing, isolation, etc., but the negatives are important for the entire picture of what is going on. Now, Florida has been in the media headlines due to recent surges in positive cases, numbers as high as 12,000 new cases per day, or what we believe are new cases, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. Now, the Florida Department of Health says part of the spike is due to the backlog test results being added to the state's data, as well as daily tests inside the Disney bubble for the NBA and the MLS. Now, this in and of itself is a strange phenomenon, which we're going to talk about more tomorrow because I had no idea what the Disney bubble was. So for those of you who know what it is, I'm talking about it tomorrow. All right, so let's consider other factors that really skew the data. Do people test only one time? Can the state determine if you test positive today and retest in 2 weeks and are still positive, is that counted as a new positive? And the answer to that question is yes, because just yesterday they started saying that they were going to start documenting whether they're going to have columns. I don't know where this is going to be reported, but instead of new positives, it's going to be new positives and then other positives. So an other positive would be somebody who is currently positive and then in a week or two gets retested and is still positive. That's not a new case. That's the same person testing again to see if they are now converted to a negative test. So if you test at different labs, that's also going to come up as a factor. So are they asking that question? Is this a retest? Okay, even if you test negative. Again, are you retesting or is this your first time testing? But if you do all your testing, for example, at LabCorp, I assure you they are not looking to see if you tested already, but now they are supposed to be asking that question to then put you in a different column of positives. Now, the lab reports positives from that day all the positives they get, period. They don't differentiate currently. Now, again, that's supposed to be changing. So my parents get tested every 2 weeks because they live in an adult living facility. The employees where they live get tested weekly. So understand the total number of positives, as disturbing as they may be with the numbers going up. The real information is in the positivity rate, okay? Even if you're doing more testing, if the percent positive starts to come down under 10% and then again under 5%, that will be a good day. Okay, so you need all the negatives reported to get the accurate information. So again, even if people are testing multiple times, they need to separate if this is a new positive case or an other positive, and then it's the percent positive of people that are testing on a daily basis. So those numbers are going to fluctuate, but we want them to start coming down. We don't want to be at 25%. We don't even want to be at 15%. But if they start to come down 15, 10, and we start to drop down again, then we are headed in the right direction. So if you guys are watching the numbers, look for that, because those are the statistics that you need to follow. All right. So on that note, hope you guys are having an awesome day. I will see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.